rocking East Tennessee High School Sports Podcast, bringing you all the exclusive interviews with some of the hottest players coming out of high school and the coaches from around the country here. Make sure you like and share this podcast and stay tuned in each week. But enough of this, let's get it.
Welcome to In the Loud.
Coach Rod.
Coach O.
We're here at Powell with Coach Gibson, defensive coordinator. Coach Gibson, appreciate you coming.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Thank you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Coach, you did that. You done everything in Powell.
A little bit. Yeah, I started out on defense in 2018 when I got here, and then stayed there for a little bit, and then moved over to offense with Coach Lowe the last 2 years, and now back on defense.
You know, this is your first time being a coordinator?
It is my first time.
So what can we expect from Coach Gibson?
Coach Gibson defense. The schematically, we're going to be pretty much the same. The big thing is, we talk with our kids all the time, especially whenever we meet, like what we did today, is just effort, getting to the football, and having bad intentions whenever you get there.
Yes,
If you do that, then we'll be fine.
Yes, sir. Most of the time, Coach, head coaches get credit for most wins. They get credit for all the losses. But every coach has to play their part to bring a gold ball back, Coach. And most of the time, we interview the head coaches. So kind of tell our fans a little bit about Coach Gibson, a little bit of background, where you from, where you got started at.
Yeah.
Just a little bit about yourself, Coach.
Yeah, so I graduated from Halls High School. When I was in undergrad, I played football at Cumberland University, and whenever I was home in the summer, I was a volunteer coach out there when I was in my late teens, early 20s.
Yes, sir.
And then right after I got done with undergrad, I came back and worked there for 4.5 years, and then came down here with Coach Lowe in the summer of 2018, and I've been here ever since. My first year I coached outside linebackers, and then I coached DBs for 3 years, and then I was the receivers coach and pass game coordinator the last 2 years, and now I'm back on defense, working with the secondary again and coordinating the defense too.
That's awesome, Coach. That's awesome. It's hard to find good help, Coach. You know, not just in football coaches, just period. It's hard to find good help. What makes you and Coach Matt Lowe a good duo?
I think we match each other's energy really, really well. Obviously, anybody that knows Coach Lowe knows that he is just like a stick of dynamite all the time. A huge energy guy. I'm the same way, and he's a worker too, and so am I. And that's two things I think when you have that, and a lot of people like that in the building working for the same reasons, I think that's going to make a really big difference for anybody inside and outside of football.
Yes, sir. I do as well, Coach.
Yesterday we talked to the guys earlier. Yesterday I screamed with Dominic Bennett. How did you feel overall, good and bad? What kind of things you like, some things you didn't like? What you think overall?
Yeah, I thought, obviously with it being the first scrimmage, there's going to be a lot of good and bad. And me being the perfectionist that I am, we're always going to have work to do, no matter what. The main thing is we told our kids before the scrimmage, the main message was go out there and put a body on somebody. If you make a mistake, that's okay. We'll fix it, but it better be 100 miles an hour. And I felt like that we did that. We got some technique stuff we're going to fix, and that's good because we got practice tomorrow, another scrimmage on Friday, Jamboree next Friday, and then it's showtime after that. So we got work to do, but for where we're at right now, I think we're in a good starting spot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You guys have lost some big names on defense over the last few years, like Walter Nolan and Steven Souls. Tell us a little bit about the defense this year and some big names we can expect to hear.
No doubt. So obviously losing those guys always hurts when you have talent like that. I mean, you look at our All-State wall over here, our All-American wall. There's tons of names that have played in this program over the last 5 years, 7 years since Coach Lowe's been back. So losing those guys are always going to hurt. One good thing about what we do, what our coaching staff does a great job of, is developing talent. So when those young guys do get their chance to come step in, or whatever it is that time, even for the freshmen, sophomores, those young guys, they're always ready.
Yes, sir.
They're always ready. It might be a little fast for them, it might be this, might be that, whatever. But when the moment comes, trust your training, and they're ready. And so defensively, obviously, Cardell Thomas, he's a household name. You guys talked to him earlier.
Yes, sir.
We expect him to have an all-state year this year. I mean, he was huge for us last year. All region, all 5-star preps, all everything.
Yes, sir.
Iverson Garcia is another name to watch. And then even Josh Kay is an incoming freshman we have who's really, really impressed us in fall camp. On the second level of the defensive linebacker, we've got 3 returning starters in Abu Keefer, Adrian Doherty, and Jonte Dunn. They've got a ton of experience for us. They're really the teeth of the defense.
Yes, sir.
They do a great job for us. And then in the secondary, we've got Brody Hollowell as returning starter at safety. He started 13 games for us as a freshman last year at free safety, which is almost unheard of at the 5A level.
Sure is.
Carmarion Fenner is another corner that we have coming back. And then we have Tay Henderson, who we've talked about earlier from Hardin Valley, who's really, really impressed us with his ball skills and his ability to get up and go get it.
Sir.
And then obviously Connor Wheeler's always back there on that back end somewhere floating around hanging out.
Like your defense.
Yeah. If you got that kid, you gotta play. If you got that guy, you gotta play him. You got to. You got to. But yeah, we're excited. We're really, really excited.
That's awesome.
What would you feel like your strengths of the defense will be this year? Like,
Yeah, I think definitely our front seven,
Yeah.
no doubt. They've got a ton of experience up there, especially a linebacker. Cardell too. Cardell played a ton as a freshman, a ton as a sophomore, and obviously he exploded onto the scene last year. And like I said, the linebackers have so much experience. They're 2, 3-year starters at minimum at every position. They're smart, they play hard, they're physical, they've got great energy, and they're coachable. That's the number one thing. Like, and they've got great coaches too. Coach Jackson Daniel, Dan Thompson work with our defensive line, and then Herman Lathers and Gray Bunch work with our linebackers too. And those guys, I trust them with everything. Just point them in the direction and go. And so I think it'll definitely be up front, no doubt.
Outside looking in, like you just touched on, it seemed that your front 8 or 7 in the box is going to be your strong suit of the defense. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of those secondary guys and how they're going to fill in and help the defense out this year with you guys having such a strong front?
No doubt. No doubt. The one good thing is that Fenner started at almost, if not every game for us last year, opposite of Marcus Jackson at corner.
He was a freshman last year?
He was a sophomore last year. He was a sophomore last year. He played safety as a freshman, then moved him to corner last year.
Awesome.
Big, tall, long frame. I think he definitely has a chance to play the next level if he continues to work the right way. Brody Hollowell's the name I mentioned earlier. He started 13 games for us. He is a robot out there between the hashes. You tell him once, in there, done. He's got it. And then Tay Henderson, obviously, if the ball's in the air close to him, he's got a chance to go get it every single time. And if he does get it, y'all better go get him down. Because if not, he's out there. You ain't gonna catch it. You ain't gonna catch him. And then obviously being able to rotate Connor Wheeler in, it doesn't matter what kind of defense you're running, he's gonna help for sure. And then one thing that makes Fenner so versatile is he can play all 4 spots, both safety spots, and then either one of our corner spots. And then we also have Kel Bennett, who'll be a rising senior. He's the first guy off the bench at all 4 spots too. 4.9 something GPA, some great GPA. But he's great to have out there. He's a great teammate, works hard. We're really, really excited about all those guys back there, being able to see if they can make something happen when they get opportunity from the box.
Yeah, I always talk about, not to cut you off, Coach, but I always talk about having a quarterback on defense. You said a guy that got a 4.9 GPA?
Yeah, he's got the 4.2 GPA. Abu Keefer, who was in here with you guys earlier, he's got a 4.1, 4.2 GPA. Like, we've got some
That's awesome.
all-around ball players.
That's
on
good.
that
That's
side.
good to have
on that side. No doubt. They make my job easy.
Yes, sir.
Going into the camp, everybody not privileged to have. Y'all pretty much got 2 teams because you got some kids that play both ways, but pretty much you got offense and defense. How is it going against that offense, and what kind of develop you seen Deuce over the years? Going into this junior year.
Yeah, one thing with Deuce, he's done such a great job at really, really trying to develop himself as a passer this offseason. Everybody knows he can run the ball. Anybody that lives within this area code knows that he can run the football. He's a big athlete. He's actually put on a couple inches and some weight, like good weight. He played last year about 6'2", 220, and then I think when we measured him in, he's about 6'3", almost 240 right now.
No.
And so,
Yeah,
I know. But he's done really, really well. Our offense does a great job too. And so one thing, kind of going off of what you said, anytime that we can go against each other, we're going to be really, really good. And then even us as coaches, I'm lucky because as a defensive coordinator, I get to coach against Matt Lowe every single day. Who's one of, if not the best, like offensive play callers in East Tennessee. And so he keeps me honest and stuff like that too. And so it's really, really good especially when we get our ones-on-ones and our good-on-good periods
Right.
and things like that, where they can get out there and compete. It only makes each other better.
Yeah.
It only makes each other better. That's it. I mean, we do get a lot of that, which is good.
Sharper iron, coach.
Exactly.
Go ahead, coach.
I know y'all placed a lot on offensive line, and it only gonna make them better going against that front y'all got.
No doubt.
Name some of the guys that's gonna step into place and them guys that lost and how's it going?
Yeah. So obviously the guys that graduated this past school year that played offensive line for Coach Melvin. I mean, they started 40-something games like each. It's like they had multiple careers. Like when you do the math like that. But right now, so returning starters, I guess, would be Aiden Gomez and Braden Armon. They both had some spot play last year. And you've got Tucker Massengill. He's the younger brother of Jesse Massengill, who started 3, maybe 4 years for us as a left tackle, but Tucker's playing left guard. And then Caleb Lewis is a 27. To do a math off the top of my head, 27 who's coming in. And then Brody Naughton, too, is a name that you all mentioned in the first interview with our guys earlier. Brody's done a great job this offseason, taking care of his body, developing his body, strength, power, all that stuff, and he's doing really, really well. He's really, really impressed us too. And with what both of you all said, when those guys get to go against us and vice versa, when we get to go against them, it only makes you better. It only makes you better.
They ain't gonna see, I mean, they ain't gonna see a better front.
That's what I was thinking too, coach.
So
I
when
ain't
they go
got
to
the
the
game
game,
in the front out here.
That's kind of what we hope. It's kind of what we hope. Kind of what we hope.
Yeah. Well, we talked to the guys earlier, and all 3 of them got big expectations on defense, especially the goose egg mentality you guys been talking about.
Yeah.
You talk to us a little bit about some of your expectations on defense.
Yeah, no doubt. When you really break it down to a microscopic level, we tell them all the time on every single play, if you talk, you run, and you hit, you got a chance to be successful.
Right.
If you do check those 3 boxes, and you'll be fine. Obviously, we want to try to shut everybody out, get that goose egg every single game. The way that offensive football has evolved in the last 5 or 10 years, that is really hard now. That's fine. But it doesn't matter. Either way, we want to stop the ball, turn the ball over, get the ball back to the offense, get off the field. Get off the field without giving up a score. That's what we're going to try to do. And if we shut them out, Coach Lowe says before every game, hey, you shut them out, we'll win. It's like, hey, so that's our goal. That's our goal every game. That's our goal every game.
They get the second score.
Yeah. And so, I was gonna say, just if we do that, if we go out there with that mentality, and nobody in our end zone is the mentality that we have, and if we do that, then we're okay.
Yeah, I agree. Wiseman once told me too, especially when it gets colder and playoff time,
No doubt.
you got a defense in the running game.
Yep.
You in contentions to win it. And
No doubt.
I feel you guys got both with Connor and that front 8.
Yep.
I feel you guys will.
Thank you.
And like I told the guys, you guys are my favorite in 5A
Thank you.
as of now.
Thank you.
I agree. Like I said, I can be tough to beat for sure.
Yeah, it can be tough to beat.
How is it, I know you got a lot of seniors coming back, so, and with y'all linebacker core, all your linebackers are seniors.
They are all
right?
seniors. They are.
So, I mean, how important that is with you being a first-time coordinator to have that group that got so much experience? So,
It's huge. And on top of them having all that experience too, like they are some football players, man. Like if you've been to any of our games the last couple of years since those kids have been on the field, they can talk, they can run, they can hit. All of them. Abu Keefer was in here with you guys earlier. John Tate Dunn, everybody calls him Tiny. Everybody knows who Tiny is. And then Adrian too is really one of the true leaders on that defense. He's number 0 for us. He'll be a 3-year starter, I guess. It helps so much, and again, they're smart. They played a ton of football.
Right.
We're not changing anything on the defense. We've changed some terminology and stuff like that, but how it all fits together and how it all works is still the same.
Yes, sir.
And with all that experience and stuff, like they're fine.
Yes, sir. Coaches, coach, just for you. Good coaches come all the time. Well, not all the time. You don't find good coaches all the time is what I meant to say. And it's hard to find good help and very passionate people in this game. As of now, do you see yourself finishing your career at Powell? I know it's a tough question, but do you see yourself moving up in the ranks in Knoxville football?
Yeah. I think when the opportunity presents itself, I think that I'll make the most of it. If that's at Powell, it's at Powell. Awesome. Like I love it here. I love the community. I love the school. I love the people in the school. All of it. If that opportunity is elsewhere, then it's elsewhere.
Yeah.
And Coach Lowe knows that. He and I've talked about that. And whenever that happens, then it might happen. If not, then I'm good. I'm good right here too. So I think just gotta trust the big man upstairs.
Yeah.
And when he tells me it's time to go, wherever that is, then it's time to go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got another question for you.
Okay.
With you coming from Halls, do you get any, that you at Powell now?
Not as much as I used to. I did my buddy, my buddies still will a little bit. Yeah. I still got a bunch. There's a dozen of us that still hang out and talk all the time. Mm-hmm. They will a little bit. So my first year coaching here, I was still teaching out there.
Oh man!
And so so that was interesting to say the least. But not really. I mean, there's not really a whole lot that they can say because I mean it's. Yep. I mean, I'll let the scoreboard talk. They can say whatever, but no, not a whole lot. There ain't a whole lot to say.
Proof is in the pudding. I got one more question. You got any more questions? I got one more question for you, Coach. Talk to us a little bit about, because I had to hit you with that question with Howells, and I had to ask you, do you got interest in moving up as well? So I got to give you a good question now. Okay. Talk to us a little bit about what makes Powell special for you.
To me, I think it is the diversity in our locker room. And I was actually talking to one of our younger assistant coaches today, like when our kids were coming up into the bleachers for media days. You can look out there and the diversity of the kids in our locker room is all over the place, and they all come from different walks of life.
Yes, sir.
How much money they have, how much money they don't have, what they look like, all that stuff. So different, and they all love each other. Yes, like they get in here, and the brotherhood in this locker room, especially when they go out on that field, is so special. I think that is the first thing that comes to my mind when I think about that for sure.
Yes, sir. That's awesome, Coach. Hey, we appreciate you coming on in the lab. Like I said,
yeah, no doubt.
You my 5A favorite.
I appreciate it.
How awesome would it be to shut out everybody your first year as defensive coordinator, Coach?
I probably retired on that one. I got it on that one.
I'm feeling that.
I'll walk off. I'll walk off on that one. I'll walk off on that one.
I feel you guys got a good chance. I feel there's some teams that can score out there, but for the most part, I feel like when you guys want to, you're going to be able to hold anybody you want.
I think a lot of teams find they rebuild, and when y'all just reload.
We're still here.
That's why I said that. They done lost all this stuff over the years, all these top players, and their name's still in contention for the championship. It's awesome, Coach.
I appreciate it.
Good luck this season.
Sir.
Thank you for coming on.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Y'all know what time it is. You just tuned in the lab with Coach Rockin' O. East Tennessee High School Sports Podcast. Bringing you all the exclusive interviews with some of the hottest players coming out of high school and the coaches from around the country here. Make sure you like and share this podcast. And stay tuned in each week. But enough of this. Let's get it.
Welcome to In the Lab.
Coach Rock.
Coach O.
We're here at Powell. We got
Abu Keefer, Iverson Garica, Cardell Thomas.
what's going on, guys. Appreciate y'all coming to the show. Appreciate it, bro.
Sir.
So, y'all had a scrimmage yesterday against Diamond Bender, right?
Yes, sir.
How'd that go? Start with you first.
I think that we did good, at least for our first scrimmage, but we got things that we can always improve on. And today we went over film with that, so we got a lot to work on and get ready for our first game. So excited for that.
Like you said, we watched film. Yeah, we got some stuff to sharpen up, but I think we did pretty good. Yeah, for our first scrimmage, feel like we got a road to go down, but we got it in the back.
Yeah, I say going off what they said, we had a pretty good scrimmage. Just know a couple of nicks and knacks we need to fix up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You guys lost a lot of big names over the last few years. Names like Steven Souls, Walter Nolan. Tell us how your off season been to prepare yourself, not just for your senior season, but to put your name in the lights like names like them.
Just stepping outside, just the field, go other places, get in work, because it ain't just here, putting in work. Gotta put in work other places too to get better.
Yes, sir.
I personally feel like I'm working to get my name out there just for me. I don't like to compare myself to others, but like I got my goals, and that's to work hard. I'm gonna work hard and get my name out there how I can.
Yep.
Well, off season, we spent a lot of time in the weight room, on the field, working on things that we could improve from last year. So going to my senior year, I think that all the work that I put in is gonna put my name out there more than I did last year. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Coming to the season, I know it didn't end like you wanted to last year. At the third round. What's your expectations coming into the season?
Hit it hard. I mean, last year, I feel like we could have started out strong, and this year we're going to start out even stronger. We got Anderson County, so right there, we're going to show everybody that we mean business from the get-go. So.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got some games, we got some challenges, but we're gonna overcome the challenges. I believe in my team. We work hard, we're gonna get there, and we're gonna do what we gotta do.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what they saying too. We got a lot of guys coming back, so I expect go to get that ball.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I know it's kind of like you said, you don't like to compare yourself, but we kind of football guys. We like to do a lot of talking and comparing as well. What have, not to compare you to these guys, but what have you learned from big name players like Steven and Walter over the years that you can take into your senior season?
Steven always told me, like, during the games at practice, he always told me big time players make big time plays. So it's like, I really live by that. And then Aiden Green, when he was here, he was always working. You feel me? Every time I saw him, he was always putting in work. So I was like, well, I want to be like that. You feel me? Him and Steven.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What about you?
You
related to Steven, correct?
Yeah,
So
sir.
what have you learned just being
I would say,
around him?
like he said, big players make big plays, and pass rush too.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Getting that
that's
first
important.
fast up,
That's important.
winning at the line of scrimmage, making a different,
Yes, sir.
different line.
Yes, sir. What about you?
What I learned is that they talk and they back it up.
Mhm.
So if you're gonna talk, back it up with
I
your
like
actions.
it.
So
I like it right there.
I'm
Yeah.
taking from them.
Yeah, I like it right there.
Yeah.
Talk, back it up.
Man, coming in the season, I feel like defense is gonna be the strength of your team coming in the season. How is the camp like the battle with the offense? I know because most of y'all don't play both ways, so it's pretty much I got a defense and an offense. So how does the battle against them guys, Connor and them guys and Deuce, how's it been going in the fall camp? Y'all been getting the best of?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Like Coach said, I feel the same way. I feel like your strength is going to be on defense, especially in your front
Yes, sir.
8 or 7. What do you think team strategy is going to be playing against you guys?
I really feel like they're gonna be scared to run the ball because our box, so I feel like they're gonna try to air it out. But with them trying to do that, they only got a couple seconds to get the ball.
I agree. What about you?
Hey, we're gonna be creeping up, so it's like they're just gonna have to think quick. I don't know what they're gonna try and play, but we're gonna be there.
Yes, sir.
I don't think we got a lot of weaknesses. I mean, all our linebackers are all starters from last year.
Starters,
Exactly.
right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Got a lot of
And then
experience.
we got our defensive line. They're strong, capable. So, I mean, our corners and safeties can play too.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all starters too. So we don't really got a lot of weaknesses. If we're gonna do anything, I really don't think there's gonna be any big plays that people are gonna make on us.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna say it here first,
Yeah.
Coach. I don't think this defense is gonna give up many points this year, and y'all my front runners in 5A.
Yeah.
I'll just be honest. Y'all my front runners in 5A. So
With the defense being strong, the offense, how been the development of Deuce going against y'all guys? Y'all seen a lot of strides in the game from last year to this year?
For sure.
Dude, he's a player, man. I mean, he's gonna make it work. If he can't throw, he can run it. He's a big guy to tackle, so and he's got an arm on him. So find somebody open, he's gonna hit it.
Hey, you just get that ball. He different mindset. Like I've never seen nobody with the ball in their hand just go absolutely crazy, do anything. Like dudes just get that ball. He throw the rock, they gonna catch it, but it's gonna be on the dot right there. He take off, ain't nobody stopping him. He too big. He that guy.
Yeah, Dude's going against us for a good 3 years. He had his freshman year. He done played a bunch of good defenses, so I feel like he done adapted. He used to the game, used to his speed.
that's a good point, man. Going against guys like you and even dating back to Steve in practice, it don't get no better. You know what I mean?
Going against
Sometimes you won't even simulate that on Fridays. Those type of players. I know Wes is the back-to-back defending champs. But do you guys feel like you are the favorite coming into this season?
Yeah, I feel like this year is our year.
You do?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So what makes you feel that way as opposed to last year?
I would say, even though we did have a lot of experience back then, I say our guys, they more interclicked in. We all locked in on one page. And like I said, it's a bunch of guys who already had, like last year we had a couple freshmen in guys, but now we got guys who they done did this before, so I feel like we're coming stronger this year.
Yes, sir. What about you?
We got guys that like he said, we done did this before. Like we all got chemistry like that, and if anything go wrong, we're gonna talk it out. We're gonna pick ourselves up. We're gonna sharpen them edges. You know, we're gonna get the job done like we do all the time.
Yes, sir.
Coming in, I think we got the best core, both offense and defense.
Yes, sir.
We got people that know how to lift each other up. I mean, we got great leaders on our team too. So we got a lot of seniors this year. So that's one thing that we got that other teams don't have.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of leadership.
Yes, sir. Another quick question before I give it back to Coach. Do you, like I asked you guys, y'all feel like y'all the front runner? Do you feel like West is gonna be that team for you guys to beat to get to the state, or do you feel like it's gonna be another team kind of emerge this year?
You beat West.
You beat West, you gonna stay.
Yeah, we beat West.
Yeah.
We going there.
Yes, sir. What about you?
West really the only thing in our way, but not really in our way. We're gonna go to state anyway.
Yes, sir. That's
it's
what I like to hear.
what we
Talking
gotta
to
do.
I
existence.
don't think there's any other team that I want to beat more than West.
Yeah, I agree.
I would want to hit AC first, get them out of the way, forget about them, then mine and West.
And then, like I said, y'all got that loss to them last year, so it's still a little,
it's
a little bad taste in your mouth.
Y'all returned so much on defense. I know y'all lost Marcus. How big is an addition? Y'all got to transfer in Tay Henderson. How's that gonna help y'all defense?
It's a big help, right?
Yeah.
Tay, he played. I mean, he's always there. He's a big time player.
Yeah.
He knows how to.
7 on 17.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
He's a baller. Sure is. Defense is my favorite side of the ball. I play D-line. You got to be mean, physical on defense. But talk to us a little bit about not just Deuce on offense, but some of the newer guys coming in on offense and how you think they're going to help y'all out this season.
We got a slot named Zai. He nice.
I know Zai.
He a little dude, but he real
Yeah.
quick with it, And guys like that, we can, just throw little hitch routes, corners like that, that's killer into the game.
You can't put no linebacker on him.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Zai. What you think?
Hey, I like Zod too. He got them hands on him, but I'm really focused on our offensive tackle. Brody Nutton, he's something nice. He been putting in work since he got over here. Since he came to high school, he always been putting in work. I like him.
I want to say salute too, man. Not to cut you off, but salute because a lot of people don't give offensive linemen the credit they deserve. His defensive lineman as well too. So salute, man.
We got a receiver, Charles. He's an athlete, so I think we can really depend on him. And then our O-line, there might be some fresh people, but I know they can get the work done. So.
Yes, sir.
Let's start with you. What are your, I know the ultimate goals when we win every game on state. What are some of your team goals and some of your individual goals you got set up for yourself for the season?
Goose egg. We call it goose egg. We eliminate a team from getting any points on the board. That's a team goal that we always have every year that we're trying to get. Individual goals, I'm really just trying to get my name out there.
Right.
It's my last year. I want to get my name out there. I want to get some offers.
Yes, sir.
We're looking forward to it.
Like you said, goose egg. I like goose egg. I want to have goose eggs, like back-to-back goose eggs too. I think we got it in us. And individual, I want to just improve myself. I want to have offers coming in, but I really want to be a different person coming out of the season.
Yes, sir.
Like he said, I want to be a different person from last year, Like, even though I did, did a little good, but I still want to do better than what I did last year. And like they said, it's always good to get a shutout.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. No points allowed. You guys speak a little bit on your goals coming into the season, but what are you, outside of your goals, what are you looking forward to the most this season?
Playing West.
Yeah.
I want that.
All three out?
Yeah,
For sure. We can just done that question now, man. That West Rebels, y'all on the top, man. The Powell Panthers, they want y'all, man. They want y'all. I got another question for y'all. Silly, fun question. Who the best player in NCAA on the team, man?
I gotta give it to my boy Tiny, man.
Tiny, man.
Yeah,
That's my
Tiny,
boy,
Tiny nice with it, man.
What you think?
I think
Adrian?
Adrian Darty, yeah.
Okay. What you think?
I'm gonna have to go with Mason.
Mason?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Hey, Matt Lowe, man, set that NCAA tournament up, man.
Yeah.
Let's see who the best on the team.
true, guys. I ain't gonna hold you. We know you got things to do, man. Appreciate you coming down here, man. Good luck this season.
Yes, sir.
Ball out.
Yes, sir.
Definitely see y'all around the way.
Yes, sir.
In the lab, we out.
We out.
Y'all know what time it is. You just tuned in the lab with Coach Rock and O. East Tennessee High School Sports Podcast. Bringing you all the exclusive interviews with some of the hottest players coming out of high school and the coaches from around the country.